In my head, I'm like, all these people near people saying, saying, they are the ones that always say, are you really sure this person means well? Are you really sure that there's no hidden agenda? How? How? Beware of voices with ulterior motive. Check it. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Wisdom Wednesdays with Peace. I'm so happy to have you here with me. To the new subscribers, thank you for coming. This is a space where we get to discuss biblical truths and see how we can live it in our day-to-day lives. To the returning subscribers, you guys remain the OGs. Thank you very much. So, the big idea I have for today's episode is actually contained in this sentence that good intentions can get twisted when people have ulterior motives. And don't believe every narrative you hear. Think about this thing. Have you ever tried to do some kind of act of kindness or a harmless action to someone and they took it in a wrong way and acted based on the wrong notion they had? That's what happened in this text of today in Chronicles 19. You know, as I like to give a background as to what spurred the episode, I was just reading this verse and it's like a Bible reading, and I'm like, when I got to this Chronicles 19, in my head, I'm like, how? But yeah, let's see it together. Chronicles 19, I will read 1 to 5. I'm using the New King James Version. It happened after this that Nahash, the king of the people of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his place. Then David said, I will show kindness to Hanun, the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. So David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. And David's servants came to Hanun in the land of the people of Ammon to comfort him. And the princes of the people of Ammon said to Hanun, do you think that David really honors your father because he has sent comforters to you? Did his servants not come to you to search and to overthrow and to spy out the land? Therefore, Hanun took David's servants, shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle at their buttocks, and sent them away. Then some went and told David about the men, and he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed. And the king said, wait at Jericho until your beards have grown, and then return. So, look at David hearing about the death of Nahash. And he's like, this Nahash, this guy has been nice to me, has been kind to me. Let me reciprocate, right? Let me return the favor. He's dead. Let me send some people to, comfort the son. And then you have this princess with him. David's harmless act of go comfort him. That's all. Then you have the princes near the king Hanun, the son, telling him, are you really certain that David really sent these people to comfort you? Are you sure that it's not for them to come and check, size you people up, and then know how to infiltrate the land and remove you as king and overcome this, take over this kingdom? In my head, I'm like, all these people near people saying, saying, they are the ones that always say, are you really sure this person means well? Are you really sure that there's no hidden agenda? How? Please, how do you know the hidden agenda? What do you know? And to be honest, those things are happening in today's world. I have 3 instances that I put down here as something that happens, like what it looks like in our own society of today. You have a concerned friend. You try to check up on someone. You send a message, and then someone else says, they're only looking out for gossip. They're not really checking up on you. That's not the motive. That's not your motive. Your motive is check in. You are simply being concerned. But then another person is saying, no, you're not concerned. You're simply looking out for gossip. That's number one example, which is happening a whole lot today. Today, in fact, is the order of day. Another example, let's say consider a church setting. Two people having some disputes or some issues, and one person is trying to reconcile, and then you have another one that is telling you they have another agenda. They're not really trying to reconcile with you. Maybe there's something they're looking out for. Don't trust them. Don't accept their forgiveness. And like people that are they want forgiveness, they show it in their action. You yourself, you can see that you have seen it in the action, but then you have some voices like this princess telling you, no, they are not really out there to forgive you. Don't trust them. There's something hidden in the background. Or the perfect one that happens, the third example that's happening in our own society of today. Someone makes a post on social media or makes a video or says something, and they have a message that they are trying to convey. Or they have even spelled it out. Sometimes they've spelled it out, they have made it clear, and then you have someone maybe in the comment section or maybe another video again changing the message that they said, or trying to paint it in a bad light, trying to take away the major message that they shared and putting it into, just putting it into something new or something strange. The question I was asking myself is, how did we get here? Because if we're able to find out, okay, how we got here, then maybe we can get to the point of where do we go from here. So how did we arrive at the place where a random act of kindness can be taken into something harmful? And I was just thinking, because I don't have the idea also, but I was thinking, is it that maybe over the course of the years, people have just been so bad that everyone is now on their guard? So we are we are poking holes into every hello, good evening. We are pulling down, tearing down, and just, to be honest, I'm just asking myself, how did we get here? So I'll be looking at the comment section. Please, can you tell me, how did we get here? How did we get to the point that a random act of kindness or a harmless act of kindness has been turned into something harmful? Now, please do not get me wrong. There are people that we have wolves in sheep clothing. That's a given. It is a given. So there are definitely people that they do not mean well and they act like they mean well. But the question now is, where do we find the balance? And then where do we draw the line as to, okay, this is fake and this is real? That's one thing I want us to, when we are watching this video, that's something I want us to think about, and that's what I want to be looking at. Where do we draw the line as to what is fake and what is real? Now, there are things that I have, 3 lessons that I brought out from the text that could also help us. Number one, because of because of the, well, I'm trying to find the words, because we live in a place where, okay, every people don't like kind acts, or maybe they do like kind acts, but there's always some kind of notion as to, should I be kind or should I not be kind? One lesson, please be kind. Be like David. Reciprocate kindness. We've looked at that in previous episodes. I will drop the link to that video. Repay kindness. You see David doing this. Another thing I want us to check in, and which is like the major lesson. Actually, I'll combine this one. I just say this is the major lesson in this video. Beware of voices with ulterior motives. Check it. Like, beware of the person saying, Are you really sure that this person, beware of that? I pen this down like this. Not every warning is from God. Yeah. Not every warning is from God. Always ask yourself, who benefits from me believing this? Ask yourself, if like the princes, one could say, oh, maybe they are just warning you against, beware. Those random, beware, or everybody is not out for, everybody is not looking out for your good, or people have, like, ask yourself, okay, if I believe this statement, if I believe this, who is benefiting? Check. Not every warning is from God. Some things look random acts of, are you really sure? Because you look at something. The princes did not advise the king, that's Hanun. They did not advise him to shave the hair of David messenger, but they dropped a seed of doubt. They dropped are you really sure? Are you really certain that they are not out against you? And that's how things like that. People have inherited enemies. People are not able to have good relationship with people because of beware. Are you really sure? Have you really heard? This is not every warning is from God. We have not denying the fact that people are wolves in sheep clothing, not denying that fact. But those two things, like, people can be good and not have ulterior motive, and people can have ulterior motives also. They are two separate facts. Let's not coin them together. And the line is thin a bit. So that's why we need to really check. Not every warning is from God. The question we can use is asking ourselves, or the check we can put is asking ourselves, who benefits from this if I believe this? If I believe this statement, who is going to benefit from it? Ask that. And once you answer that, then I think you have it spelled out across for you. And then one thing I also don't want us to ignore is verse 5. You see, when those things happen, they shaved up these people's hair, and then David tells them, because David tells them, oh no, stay in that city, don't come till your beards have grown. We should also learn to protect people's dignity, right? Cover them. When people are embarrassed about a particular thing, don't now use that as your place to shine. Don't use people's pain to shine. Maybe I want to put it like that. Don't use people's pain to shine. Let me stop there. Don't use people's pain to shine. Yes. So for me, the things I want us to pick from this episode is, number one, beware of the so-called are you really sure? Beware of people that have ulterior motives. Beware of the voices with ulterior motives. Not every warning is from God. No. Always ask yourself the question, who benefits from me hearing this? And then another thing that I will be looking out for our thought is, how did we get here? How did we get here? And then if maybe you know already how we can go from here, please type that. Leave that in the comment section. Thank you. And then for me, I could share my own thoughts of how do we go from here. How do we go from here is, first of all, in two questions. Number one, what's the motive of the person telling me? The person that comes and say, are you really sure? Like, maybe the king now, that Hanun, would have probably asked, why are the princes telling me this about David? Have I not seen the relationship that David had with my father? Was there any iota of doubt for me to now take such kind of drastic measures? So ask yourself, what's the motive of the person telling me? The person that is coming to say, check, what is that person's motive? Number two, what will love do here? Because love driving all our actions, Hanun wouldn't have done what he did to David messengers, even if they were wolves in sheep clothing. I think there were better approach to that. So ask yourself, before you believe any story that someone has told you, before you believe any suggestion that people have told you, ask yourself, number one, what's the motive of the person telling me that? Number two, what will love do in this place? So love drives your action, and then you are able to act in a way that is better. So we don't end up acting based on false information. We don't end up acting based on false information. So that's all I actually have for us in today's episode. I'll be looking out for your comments on how did we get to the place where random acts of kindness has been taken into something harmful. And then number two, coupled with the questions we ask ourselves, are there any other things that we can do to, maybe prevent such kinds of things from happening? And then if you've also had to be in this, if you've been in this kind of situation before, I would like to know, what did you do? How were you able to overcome it? Or if it's something that is ongoing, what are you doing? Or what do you have in place? Or what is helping you so that you are not living in a way that everything is always, there is something behind, there is something behind, there is something behind. So I'll be looking out for your comments. I'll be looking out for everything that you have to say. That's all we have in this episode. So thank you very much for listening. I love you, but God loves you more. Don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Thank you. See you on another episode. Bye.